Welcome to Scratch. In this video, we'll take a tour of the Scratch interface and explore its basic features. Whether you're a beginner or have some experience with coding, Scratch provides a user friendly platform for creating interactive projects. Now, let's dive in. Scratch is a block based visual computer language. It helps us to learn how code works. Scratch programming has three main built blocks: sprites and characters. In Scratch, any character or object is called a sprite. Every new Scratch project starts with a cat sprite, as you can see over here. Sprite 1, that is my cat sprite. Also, Scratch has a pre built Scratch library where you can select many character sprites which Scratch already offers. So here you can see there are many Scratch sprites. I can select one and it will appear on my stage. So if I hover my mouse to the choose a sprite option, I will be greeted with four options. Choose a sprite, paint. So paint option allows you to paint your own sprite. You can design your own sprite, and you have surprise option where if you click on it, it will choose a random sprite and put it on your stage. And you have a upload a sprite option where you can upload a sprite from your computer. Now let's move on to backdrops and backgrounds. It's used to set the background or set scene as per the project's requirement. So as you can see, you have the same options. Choose a backdrop. So you have a lot of backdrops. You can select one and it will automatically apply to your stage. And paint option where you can again create your own. You can create your own background and uh, upload a backdrop where you can upload a backdrop from your computer, and surprise where you can, if you click on it, it will give you any it will give you any uh, background from the Scratch library. So the menu bar is like a magic wand that helps you find all the cool things you need to make your project awesome. So if you click on file, you'll have three options: new, to create a new blank file; load from your computer so you can work on your existing projects; save to your computer so you can save your projects to work on later. You can make the stage small, medium, or big with the stage size switch. So here is the stage size switch. I have it on big right now. I can change it to small, big, and I can enlarge in it so I can test out my game. The stage is like the picture behind your project. It can have cool stuff like scripts, backgrounds, and sounds like a sprite. But there are some rules. For an example, the stage does not have motion or size blocks. The stage is like a big wall and no sprites can go behind it. So this is the stage where the background is applied and the sprites are on a sprite. So a sprite controls a sprite. That is part of your project. You can make your own sprites, share ones your computer, or get them from the sprite library. Each sprite in your project will have a picture in the sprite info pane where you click on the thumbnail, it will be marked and its information will appear in the sprite header, which is above the list of sprites. So if I click on Abby, uh, you can change the sprite name, you can hide her, you can show her, you can change the sprite. For example, I put it to 150 so she enlarges, and if I want to make her smaller, I can what I can do is I can do 100 again. She becomes smaller, and I can change the direction like that. I can type in the direction also. So I'll put that to 90 because it's the default one. And a script. So a script is made by putting together a group of blocks that fits together. Your sprite is controlled by the way the blocks are put together. There can be more than one script that controls the sprite. So for an example, I want to make Abby move 10 steps. So I can go to events. I can click when flag clicked, move 10 steps. So when I click the flag, Abby will move 10 steps. So your script, so these two blocks, these are called the script. Your script will be made in the code area. So this white space is the code area where you need to drag and drop your you need to drag and drop your code that you want. So if I just put very random code, then it's a big mess. And oh, if I right click, I see four options: undo, redo, clean up blocks, add comment, delete six blocks. So if I do cleanup blocks, they will be arranged very nicely. The code tab is the first of three tabs on your project editor. Far left side, the tab has the block palette, which has your blocks to use to control your images. There are 10 groups, subcategories of color coded blocks for these blocks. You can find the block you want by clicking on one of the category buttons. So these are the 10 groups of like. In the next video, we'll cover sounds and extinctions. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.